Yo, how's it going guys? Ash here, and today in this video I just want to go real quick over the best characters that you can use in this SAM number 9. And I know it could be a little bit late for this video. We're like 5 days into the SAM. Maybe most of you already have a character that is already comfortable with using to grind this SAM. However, I hope this video could be like some kind of useful, has some kind of useful content that you can actually apply to your grinding, and you can actually get to a higher rank using the information from this video. So yeah, basically we're gonna start off with the best ultimates or best characters, and then we're gonna go down one by one until we hit the rock bottom. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so we're starting off with the best ultimate of this SAM, which in my opinion is Tobirama. So if you are a player that likes to actually play the game and you just open the game maybe 1 hour to 2 hours per day maximum, and you want to play really fast games, I would say that Tobirama is like the best character for you. So for Tobirama, you will have to give him the most or the best attack cards, and you're gonna have to give him the 4 kunais, uh, the yellow kunais actually, to post his impact nature ultimate. And by doing that, you will get a lot of damage. You can just give the 8 tails a very nice shower. Every time you go against him, you just have to walk towards him and then like be very close to his weak point, and then use his ultimate. So even at level 1 ultimate, you can easily get any level of the SAM boss of the 8 tails except for the level 28 and 29. So only level 28 and 29 could actually be a problem, so you can just skip them. Like you can just go back and retreat and then open another game. So they're quite rare. I actually haven't seen a lot of them since I started playing the game. Started playing this SAM. So yeah, he is perfect for grinding if you are the kind of person that actually plays the game and you're not using bots or macros to grind the game for you. So if you're using a macro or a grinding kind of bot, it's gonna be a problem because of the fact that there's level 28 and 29 that can actually ruin the harmony of your clicks or your macro clicks, whatever. But yeah, that leads us to the second place, which is Daedra. So Daedra is really amazing for this SAM. The only problem is that he wastes a lot of time at the beginning, so it's almost 20 to 30 seconds until he actually gets his effect done on the SAM boss. So what he does is that he like explodes his C4, and eventually after 20 seconds, after 10 hits of his effect, he gets the enemy from 100% HP to almost 0% HP, which is basically only 1 HP that you can end it with just a regular hit. Now that takes a very long time in my opinion. Like if you're playing with Tubirama, if you played with Didra for 2 games, you will probably have enough time to actually play a third game using Tubirama. So basically 2 games of Didra would probably equal 3 games of Tubirama. That's why I say Tubirama is faster if you are playing with him like manually. But Didra is like a character that you can use with a macro, because basically it doesn't matter, like he doesn't really care about the level of the SAM boss or his own level or the ultimate level. To be honest, like nothing matters except that you have an ultimate and you're using it against the SAM boss. So basically that's all you have to do, and then when you kill the SAM boss after exactly 20 or 30 seconds, it doesn't really matter if the SAM boss has like 2+ million HP or just 500,000 from the level 21. He would always die in 20 seconds, and that's basically perfect for bots or macros that most people use in the top hundreds. So that's why I would say he's in the second place and not the first place, because Tsuburama is basically faster in finishing the games. And you see that 2 to 3 games can end up with a huge difference if you play on the long run. So if you play like 50 games, for example, per day, you would be able, like with Didara, you will be able to do even more, like 75 using Tobirama, and that's a lot of extra points. Next up, we have in the third place Sasuke Uchiha, the curse mark Sasuke, or the original Sasuke with his new cat that gets him into the curse marks state. That's a lot of S's right there. Anyway, yeah, so he is in the third place. He's not as good as the other two characters, the special shinobis of this month or this SAM. However, if you have him at very high level, like for example my Sasuke at level 7, or what I would call it almost level 8, does like around 550,000 per head. And that's a very good fact that I wanted to mention here, is that he does double the damage. By the way, he can do 2 hits using his ultimate. It's something I could not actually test way back when I did the full kit, because his 1 hit always killed the enemies, because I already had his abilities maxed, so I couldn't actually like lower it to see if he does more hits or not. So I was waiting until the SAM, and now we know that he does double hits. So the spear itself, the true spear, does 1 hit, and then there's the explosion at the end of the spear that does the 2nd hit. So it's actually not easy to aim with it, because you have to be on some kind of distance, like away from the weak points or the point you want to hit. So in order for the spear to actually hit, and then the explosion to hit as well. So yeah, for Sasuke, basically all you have to do is just give him your best attack cards. You give him the 4 green kunais we got from the last team battle, and yeah, that's basically how it works. You're just gonna have to be lucky and not mess. So it's actually very easy to mess with him. Uh, Even like if you have a very high level, you would still not be able to kill him in the first hit, and you're gonna have to wait for 60 seconds, which kind of sucks. But yeah, again, I would say that he's the third best character in this SAM, and the third best ultimate to do a lot of damage in this SAM. So there you go. So coming up in the fourth place, or I would say the first place of the non-special shinobis, is Naruto Uzumaki, the original Naruto, with his 2K Barrage ultimate. So his 2K Barrage has um, the impact nature, and it's featured for this SAM. It has like the SAM boss has 10% weakness to it, so it's really good because it does 3 hits. And Naruto is actually an attacker type, so he can get a lot of attack, exactly like Sasuke, the original Sasuke. So he gets exactly the same amount of attack if you like unequip everything that he has except for his ultimate, and then like you can get his attack all the way up to 19,000, and you get extra attack as well if you are the host. So yeah, you can easily go over 20,000 attack, and then with the 3 hits, if you hit the weak spot the 3 times, and then the SAM boss moves inside the range. And by the way, the range is very big compared to the true spear of Sasuke, so it's actually easier to not miss. So yeah, I would say that he is in the fourth place. So coming in the fifth place, I would say Sasuke Wonder Ninja. And the reason is not just because of his ultimate being a release type, which the SAM boss has a weakness for by 20%. So it's not just the ultimate, and if you have it at high level, that would be even better. He has the Inferno style that debuffs the defense of the enemy, and then he has an impact nature jutsu that is the Almighty Bush. So he can use this combo to actually do extra damage after his ultimate is done, and he can just like in the process just wait for his ultimate to come back, and he can use it again. Now it's not as uh, as good as the other 4 characters, which can basically just one hit the Gyuki or the SAM boss. It's still very useful as well, but yeah, again, it's not as practical as the other 4. And speaking of Sasuke Wonder Ninja, there is 2 characters that are quite similar to him as well. Talking about Sakura and Itachi version 2, or the Itachi that is versus Sasuke. So both of them have the same effect. So they have the defense debuff jutsu, and they have another jutsu that can attack at the same time. So let's talk about Sakura first. So Sakura has the same thing. She has in her new cat that defense debuff jutsu, where she summons the slime to debuff the enemy, and then she has that kick jutsu from her old cat, which is an impact nature, and it does a lot of damage after, of course, the defense has been debuffed. Yeah, plus she has two ultimates right now. Both of them are impact nature, so if you have any of them at high level, you will do a lot of damage anyway. The third character that has the same effect is Itachi version 2, or Itachi versus Sasuke. So Itachi has a Matarasu that debuffs the enemy, and the Fireball Jutsu that is also release type, and it does a lot of damage. So both of them are release type, the Matarasu and the Fireballs, and yeah, they're basically very useful to kill. I mean, they're not gonna be as fast as all the other ultimates and other characters in general, but yeah, they're still very good to do the job, to get the job done at the end of the day. And by the way, you should not use his ultimate because his ultimate is resisted by 10%, 90%. It only does 10% of the actual damage. So there's no point in actually using the ultimate there. It wouldn't really do that much damage, and it will be a waste of CB. So just remove it and equip other cards that give him a lot of damage or attack to actually kill the S.A.M boss faster using his jutsus. Alright, next up we have Guy with his two ultimates. So by adding Guy to this list, I would basically just end this list here. So both of his ultimates, Hirodora and Asakushaku, are release nature, and they do a lot of damage because of the fact that he's an attacker type, or attack type, red type. And yeah, basically he has an extra jutsu that you can add to him. Actually two extra jutsus, the 6th Gate of Joy and 7th Gate of Shock. I'm not sure about the names, but yeah, one came in the very first kit of his, and then there's the second one. I think the 7th Gate is in the new kit. So yeah, I guess if you use them, you get a huge buff in attack, and then you can do even more damage using your ultimates, no matter what ultimate you're using, Asakujaku or Hirodora. They both will do a lot of damage. Now, you could argue with me here if there's other characters that are actually good here. However, I wouldn't say so because like Herodora or maybe Asakujaku would have been in the same level as Minato's ultimate, for example, or Boruto Jonin version, or Sarada Jonin version, or Hinata, or someone like that. But Guy had the buff, or Sasuke, for example, Wonder Ninja had the defense debuff. That's why I put him in the list of the best characters of this S.A.M. However, there are other characters that can be used as well that have ultimates that are release or impact nature, like again, like Minato, Jiraiya, Boruto the Jonin version, Sar the Jonin version, Hinata, someone like Bane. So all of these characters are actually still good. They still will not do that much damage though. And yeah, I wouldn't say that they are the best characters of this S.A.M. However, there's also the possibility that you can use them, or you can also even use the Rasen Shuriken or Kamui. So they're resisted by like 90% this S.A.M. However, they already did a huge amount of damage in the last S.A.M.s, and even resisted by 90%, it still means that they're doing like extra some damage, like 10% of the actual damage they used to do. So if you used to do like 1 million damage before using the Rasen Shuriken, you can still do around 100,000, which is not so bad. You can actually do that 100,000 and then wait for a little bit and then quit the game and then start again. Do not waste that 120 seconds. This is, I don't know, I mean, this is not a bug. I wouldn't say it's a bug. It has been there in the game for a long time. So you can just like cheat the cooldown, just restart the game. It would take you like maybe what almost a minute, which is better than wasting 2 minutes waiting for the ultimates. So yeah, Sejmo, Naruto, and Kamui are still not so bad. I would say they're still usable somehow if you don't have any other options from the ones that I listed there. Coming on to the buffs. So buffers are not needed, or support characters are not really needed this S.A.M. So normally we see Shikamaru running around in every S.A.M. Until now, but this time we don't really need Shikamaru or even Sakura buffs, because of the fact that the S.A.M boss is very weak. But in case your teammate or your alliance mate or your guild mate, whatever you would call it, doesn't have one of the top 3 or 4 characters that one hit one kill, one hit kill the Sam boss, and they're using someone like Guy or Sakura or Sasuke Winter Ninja, or even like Naruto 2K Barrage or Sasuke Curse Mark, but they don't have a very high level. Using Shikamaru or Sakura with her buffs like the attack buff and the critical buff, and maybe even the defense debuff, would actually be very useful here to make the games go faster. So they're not completely useless, but yeah, you can always get carried by people that have the top ultimates that one hit kills the Sam boss or the 8 tails. Alright, so that was the end of this video, guys. Hopefully it was kind of useful for you. I'm sorry it came like a little bit late, but yeah. Hopefully it's still useful though. And as for the streams, because I promised you guys last stream that there's gonna be more streams, and that could be a problem because I have a lot of work this week. And yeah, I'm gonna try my best. So tomorrow I might be able to stream for like 1 hour or so, and in the weekends maybe on Saturday or Sunday or both. So I think Sunday is like the last day of this event. So if it is possible, I will try to stream. I will try my best to stream on Saturday and Sunday as well. So yeah, before I end this video, there's one more thing that I wanted to say, which is that Alex has much better deals right now. He is having a huge discount because of the anniversary. So the anniversary is coming next month. If you wanna like stock for like get a lot of Shinobites waiting for that anniversary, it's time for you to get the discount right now. So yeah, he told me there's even better options or deals that are coming on the anniversary itself. So the anniversary should be at the very end, not the very end, on the 23rd of the next month. And he said there's going to be better deals then. So you could wait until then. But if you currently need Shinobites for Daedra and maybe this V-Jump scan or magazine, what is it called, banner, and or maybe for the next character, so there should be an announcement for the next character in the next couple of days. If you guys need any Shinobites for that, this is your opportunity right here. It's a very amazing deal. Like, it's so much better than the last time. I think the last time the best deal was like $180 for 13,000. Now the bonus is less, like 1,350, but overall it's a better deal. All right. So if you want to contact him, you will find a link for his Facebook in the description below. And the Discord server, which is mine actually, he has a small channel at the very end with his prices, and there's a review channel for people who bought from him or have any questions for him. You guys can check that as well or ask your questions there. So yeah, you can see the link on the screen right now, and you will find it also in the description below. So yeah, there you go, guys. This was it. See you guys on the next video or stream tomorrow, hopefully, if I have time. So yeah, see ya.